Back here with Coach Mangini. So much for nerves in his first playoff game. Patty Mahomes looked pretty good in the Chiefs' big 31-13 win over the Colts. Threw for 278 yards, ran in a touchdown. Chiefs now advance to face the Patriots in the next round. How big of a deal is this? Well, it'll be Kansas City's first AFC Championship game in 25 years. Coach, what'd you make of Mahomes' playoff debut?
I thought he did a nice job. He had the third best quarterback rating of the winning quarterbacks. I mean, he was only sacked 4 times, which was nice, and 4 for 7 on no, what was it? 4 for 14 on third down, right? And then
the Chiefs on third down, they were 4 as a team. They were 4 for 14.
Oh, 4 for 4. Oh, well, he's the quarterback.
Yeah.
So 4 for 14, and then threw for no touchdowns. So it was a pretty good day. You know, I thought that Bob Sutton probably should get the MVP from the day, though. The way that the defense played and shut down a really effective Indianapolis offense and put pressure on an O-line that hadn't been giving up very many sacks. But I thought Mahomes,
okay, I have to ask you.
He had a better rating than Jared Goff, which is nice.
Hold on, Coach, but this is something that I don't know if you're being serious right now or not. Because we'll do Bob Sutton in the defense in a moment, because they deserve so much credit. And Sutton has been a whipping boy in Kansas City all year, and the defense played great. So I'm not discounting that at all. But you can't all year long discount the 6th highest quarterback rating in NFL history and say, I want to see it in the playoffs. I want to see him against a good defense. I want to see him in bad weather in a big moment. And then in this game, when they score 31 points on offense, when after there's a blocked punt, which could have flipped the game, he orchestrates a 75-yard drive, of which he accounts for 73 yards and rushes for a touchdown, which is why he didn't have a passing touchdown, and say, oh, well, the quarterback rating wasn't great. Because in the game where they lost to the Rams, and he had a 14 quarterback rating, and they scored 51 points, you talked about the mistakes. So you can't do it. You can't do both things here, where it's if he plays a calm, safe game and they win and score 31, it's he was the 3rd best quarterback of the weekend. And then when he plays well and makes mistakes, it's I want to see it in a big spot. Like, we're running out of yeah buts flatly.
Well, it was a big game. They did have the bye. They were the #1 seed. They had a week of rest, and he was the 3rd highest rated quarterback in terms of quarterback rating. Those 4 sacks did happen. He didn't score any touchdowns.
Well, he did score a touchdown.
Oh, that's right. He ran for 1. The defense played exceptionally well. And look, it wasn't Indianapolis's day. When Adam Vinatieri misses a chip shot field goal and an extra point, they're dropping passes that typically they don't. It was just, the football gods just weren't with Indianapolis on the day.
Okay, we agree on Bob Sutton.
Well, this is the thing, and try to bring some balance to the show, is that Patty Mahomes is not the storyline, even though he might be the MVP. The storyline was their defense. Because coming into the game, we had said we thought Patty Mahomes would play pretty good against this Indy defense. But we were worried about the Kansas City defense. We were worried about time of possession. We were worried about them running the ball and be able to control the ball with Andrew Luck. We were worried about their offensive line being the strongest part, the best offensive line in the league, dominating Kansas City. So all those things did not happen, so they became more of a storyline to the game, to the end result, than the quarterback. If we want to sit around and just talk about the quarterback, yeah, we can do that. It was nice to see Patty Mahomes in his first playoff game. Yes, he did throw some passes that I felt like he didn't have a tight spiral on them, but where the ball ended up for the wide receivers, watch the yards per catch. So you can see Patty Mahomes was squeezing the ball just a little bit. The nerves in the playoffs are real, but for him to be able to guide his team, not take too many chances, and I thought the most impressive thing that he did was there was a couple plays that he made with his arms and his eyes by faking as if I'm going to throw the ball deep down the field, finding another receiver, and the pump fake at the goal line, which held his quarterback rating, as Nick said, because he rushed it in compared to throwing it in for 105 to an 85. I don't care. He made a hell of a play by looking the defender and utilizing his legs to be able to make winning plays to win the game. So every quarterback needs to be supported. Let's not forget that. He did have the 3rd highest rating, but he didn't need it. That's why it's a team sport, all right? The crowd, the way they ran the football, the way the defense attacked the Colts, those were the storylines of the game.
And the reason that this game, if you're a Chiefs fan, is so encouraging is because most people, Coach Mangini notwithstanding, are pretty confident in the level of play you're going to get from the quarterback. What they're not confident in is the defense. And I said on Friday, you said if they can hold the Colts to 3 touchdowns and 3 field goals, I said 30
6
points.
trips to the red zone.
And I said, sign me up. Like, if you're a Chiefs fan, for 30 points.
The Colts couldn't sustain a drive.
No, they were 0 for 9 on 3rd down. Coach's second favorite quarterback in the league, Andrew Luck, got annihilated in this game. And the Colts offensive line, which had been brilliant, the best in football this year, Chris Jones, D Ford, and Justin Houston ate their lunch throughout the game. They couldn't get a running attack going, and they couldn't sustain. One of the reasons they only ran the ball 14 times was because they had in the first quarter and a half of the football game, they'd run 9 plays. Like,
that's what happens when you go 3 and out.
Right, if you keep going 3 and out, all your stats are going to be depressed. And in the moment that I thought the game could flip, where after the Sammy Watkins fumble, and it's, the Colts have the ball in the red zone, you could feel the energy of the crowd, everyone getting nervous. D Ford comes around the corner and forces a strip sack, and that allowed the Chiefs to take full and complete control of the game. And now you have a Chiefs defense, I think, that, week 17 allows 3 points at home. This week allows 1 touchdown because the punt block touchdowns on the defense. A defense that feels good about the way it's playing in that building, and you'll see how sustainable that is next week against New England.
Yeah, that's why I think next week is so interesting. You've got the young emerging talent, Patrick Mahomes, and then you've got Tom Brady. And look, when did he struggle in the early part of the season? It was against New England. It was the first half of that game where he threw those 2 picks, and then it transitioned, and he was able to, I don't know if it was a function of nerves, but he was able to come back and put together a really impressive second half. I like a lot of the things that he does, and I like the fact that he didn't throw an interception. I think the difference next week is going to be his ability to control that instinct to make something happen, because New England will make you pay if you take those chances, and can he reel that in and still be as effective as he needs to be?
The different variations in coverage. Man, you talking about vanilla. The defense of what the Colts was trying to do and what they presented, you're talking about easy. It's like a nursery rhyme out there. They've been very basic, been very, very good at it. They couldn't get Kansas City behind the sticks. The coverages he will see next week, I can guarantee you, they will have a handful of them he's never seen before in his life. They're going to have combination coverage on Tyreek Hill and on Kelsey, the tight end, and they're going to force him to go to the others on this offense. So he's going to have to be supported by the defense and by the rest of this offense for them to be able to get to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
All right, let's take a break. Coach, we'll see you a little bit later on in the show. Coming up, why was Tom Brady salty after beating the Chargers? That's next on First Things First.